Hello everyone, welcome back to OLIN Manifestation Podcast. I'm OLIN Quinn, your host, and in this episode we're going to talk about identity achieved and identity received. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I am finally healing from I don't know what's going on with my throat. I've been recording for my album so much, and I've been working on new musics and all that stuff, and I'm going to release it in 2026. And my life just has been in 180 degrees change and everything. I think it's just like a season where I am starting a new theme of life in a way that internally shift myself. So in this change, I feel like I don't know where to go. I feel like, honestly, where am I going? And with my career and with my money-wise and financial-wise, and I can go on and on about frustration, fear, and doubts, and where am I going? The confusion too. With everything that's going on, especially next year is 2026, that you want to change your whole trajectory of life. You want to do this and that. I feel like there's something that I am missing in my life, which is realization that my self-concept is already made. And I feel like it's a really great topic to talk about because every people that goes through changes and just creating your identity throughout the years of your lives, no matter if you're a teenager right now, mid-20s, early 20s, early 30s, whatever it is. It's an identity shift because I may not have experienced yet to be 50, an empty nester, but there's an identity that you create, that you develop, and you realized. And I feel like we are searching for that every single day. And what I am here for is to talk about how to realize and put into the account that your identity is already made by Jesus, with Jesus and himself. So I have all of this with me, and this is the first time ever that I absolutely am so shocked, but it's the first time that I am bringing a Holy Bible to an episode of OLIN Manifestation for 2 years, when it's Freedom with OLIN and now OLIN Manifestation. I feel like you guys have been through my growth. You have been through, I don't want to cry, through my changes in life and career-wise and in love life and, advice and realization-wise. And you guys are just here to absolutely listen to me yapping, and also seeing the correlation between what I am putting out to your life. And I want to start, maybe not every single time that I'm creating a video, but start to mention what I believe in more, and hopefully you guys are open-minded enough to listen to this message in spite of what you believe and what you don't believe in. But I'm here to just give you the truth, give you the best possible advice that you want to hear or you want to know, because you clicked on this video and you're absolutely in the right place when you have to listen to this. That means God wants to give you this message. So it started off being a week or two ago. I was seeing my friend that is Indonesian, and we turned out knowing each other for before I moved out here, and then we met out here, and she's like, oh my God, I've DM'd you before, we went to the same church. I'm like, what? And then so we were friends, and then I haven't met her in a year since then, and so we were meeting up with each other, and then we were talking about life, about everything. And then she's like, you know what, my theme of my year, this year before the year ends, is Joshua 1 verse 9. So I'm just gonna read it to you. Look how cute my Bible is. And I have a colorful, okay, by the way, if you don't know, I have this give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. This is a beautiful word, New International Version of NIV, Zondervan, leather soft. And if you are on YouTube, which I'm going to link the YouTube video up down below on the show notes, you'll be able to see how it looks like. It's just so cute. Look at this Bible. Like, it's so girly. I love it. I love it. I'm going to read you the verse. So Joshua 1 verse 9 is, "Have not I commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to like really read the thing the whole way through. And I read Joshua 1 just all the way through. It's not that much, guys. Seriously. 4 times God said, be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous because I'm with you. Because I'm with you. And I was like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, it's gotta mean something to me. Because I've been struggling with like my own stuff, my own choice of life, my circumstances right now, or just like where I'm going with my life, my like singing wise or anything like that. And I decided to dig deep into it, and realizing that like the world teaches us to build an identity through success and fame and milestones, and you know, you're just tired of like pleasing everybody, you know, like, oh, being here, being there, and like, how about this people's feeling, that people's feeling. I know you guys know my song People Pleasing by OLIN, and if you haven't, go ahead and listen to it. I have the link on the show notes or like description down below if you're watching on YouTube. It's just like, it's still in the theme of my life, and still learning how to not people please and all that stuff. But definitely what I am still struggling with is like, what do I want in life? And yes, you know, I went to church and the pastor said, I have all these athletes come up to me saying that like, I don't know my identity anymore after being an athlete and reached my peak at the age of 24, because that's all I am good for, is to win and to be a good athlete and to earn millions of dollars from my athlete. Like, and I was thinking about like One Direction. I was thinking about Liam Payne. I was like, my gosh, he died and he like suffered so much. And I heard like, what's his name? It's Louis Tomlinson. Tomlinson? Is that his name? Oh my God. Yeah, Tomlinson. Yeah. He like talked about, I think I heard in one of his videos or like a podcast, I think he said that like it's hard when you already in the top, like when you're a teenager and you're like sold out stadiums, you're like shut down stadiums like all the time, and then now there's like 100 people or like 100,000 people who just, you know, buy your tickets instead of like 1,000,000 of people, or you know, I'm not saying like the exact amount, but like you've reached your peak in that age, and like holy guacamole, like what do you do after that? Because you're still doing what you love, but you're just not up there anymore. And what is the identity of that? So what I'm saying, I guess, like, have you ever felt FOMO? I felt FOMO all the time when I saw like people that are younger than me or like my age or around my age. They already have this millions of dollars. They already have this like Grammys. Oh my God, Billie Eilish, 2020. I think that was the first time winning a Grammy or something like that. 2020 or 2019 or 2021. Or I don't know. I was like FOMOing like so much because she was like having all this like Grammys, and like, oh my God, she just like decided to release Ocean Eyes, and then she became big. And then her brother obviously is a great, amazing producer, and like I don't have that. My family doesn't come from, you know, media, and nobody in my family like produces and create music like I do. Like I'm the first one, you know, like to do this. Like, am I meant to do this? Do I have like what it takes to actually do this? It over consumes me, and it delays me from like releasing my songs or like creating songs and like really focusing on that and like thinking that it's actually possible for me to do or not. Because like obviously Billie Eilish is like American and she lived here, which is like, it's so important to find a what to be magnetic called your expander. Means that like people that have the similar, almost similar background as you, that already have what you want. So like for me, Nikki Zavanya, right? She's Indonesian. She did not grow up here. She signed with by 88 Rising, and she's like touring all the time right now, which led me to really think like, how do I absolutely get there and do my own stuff? So like realizing that to create that, realizing for me to do that, to get into that type of mindset and like, oh my God, yeah, I need to find my expander is one way. The other way is that I need something else to back me up on that I absolutely can do this. Like, you absolutely can do whatever the heck you want that God has already put in your life. You have talents. Okay? What and how can you achieve that? To combine your passion, making money, and together. Because at the end of the day, we want to work. At the end of the day, we want work to feel like it's not a job because of our talents and our passion. With God, like, you pursue your dreams and career already having the identity that Jesus made out of you, instead of like finding that identity while you're like pursuing it. There's like a saying, do the best and God do the rest, or something like that, which my pastor pointed it out, and I was just like, hold on. I was like, this is not right. Like, which is true. Because like, you go through every single thing working hard, but God always in the process from the beginning till the end. I sometimes like don't realize that. Sometimes I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do this, and like, God, you'll do the rest. But then like, as I'm working on this OLIN Manifestation podcast, as I'm working on this YouTube, as I'm working on my self-concept, my reality, my career, my singing, like every single step, whether I realize it or not, God has always been there, and God's always literally involved in it. Which, the second book that I'm going to put in is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And the chapter of, let me check. Chapter 8, the ingredients of the success type, personality, and how to acquire them. I'm not going to read all of it, but I am putting the keys to remember and what they are. I already wrote it down. And I wrote down the things that like I think about too. So, 2 books, Bible and Psycho-Cybernetics, so then it'll be like science and what my faith is, okay? I want to introduce you to Be Magnetic, TBM. It's a pathway membership, which will help you to identify your blocks, find your authentic self, and start manifesting the life you've always dreamed of. They have unlimited classes. They have workshops, monthly manifestation classes. They have challenges throughout the seasons. They have community group, which filled with amazing women over there, which I adore, and so much more. My favorite thing about them is they're backed up by neuroscience, psychology, epigenetics, and energetics. And that is why I actually suggest you to do your inner work with To Be Magnetic. To Be Magnetic will help you as so much as they helped me with my limiting beliefs, find my authentic self, and create 4 of the authentic pillars that you prioritize and what you're setting yourself into, especially coming to this new life that you started. TBM has helped me with my unhealthy dynamics, people-pleasing, codependency, when I struggled to set my boundaries, my resentment, jealousy, and negative thoughts pattern, and absolutely helped me to get out of my unfulfilling career and unhealthy relationships. So if you want to join this journey with me to completely transform your life, you can get 15% off discount on payment plans. They have pay in 12 months or pay in full just by using code OLIN. OLIN. I just want you guys to know that I am generating an income from this just for 15% commission. It's not that much. It will not increase your payment. It will actually decrease your payment. Honestly, I feel like Lacey's doing this because she is super generous to want to let people know that this work works. It changed my life. I owe my life to this work, and I have made so many accountability buddies that helped me in my journey along the way, and I'm super excited for you to get on with this journey with TBM yourself. Happy manifesting, and let's get back to the episode. So I'm going to give you steps on how to create success and what I learned from this book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. I have 5 steps that I wrote that I reflect on the correlation between what I am reading on Bible and what I'm listening to at church, literally the theme of next year. And what I'm reading right now in this book. Look, I read this book so much. I lost the front cover. Guys. Just want to let you know. I'm dedicated on reading this book. But anyways. So, I have 5 things. Key points to remember. Number 1. Decide what you want out of a situation. Develop a nostalgia for the future. And assume the best outcome. Do not react to things you don't tolerate or want happen again. Okay? So, let's say you want your career. Start from there. Decide what you want. I want to have this much of streams. I want this much of blah. I want this much of da-da-da-da. Okay, got it. List it out. Okay? Develop a nostalgia for the future. This is how I changed my mind. Shift your mind. If you don't know how to shift your mind, this is how you shift your mind. When you think of something that aren't supposed to help your future, which is about the past, right? Stop yourself, catch yourself. When you catch yourself that you're doing the 80% of the work, catch yourself and then daydream about the future. Just daydream and think about like what you're gonna do and how it feels like, and smile. Feel the feelings as if it's already happened and it's already in the future, and like just daydream it and like think about it and like linger in that feeling. Okay? Assume the best outcome for any situation that you're in. Any situation, whether if it's your future, your financial, your career, your love life, your family life, like whatever it is, just assume the best outcome of it and do not tolerate or do not react to things that you don't want to happen again. Reaction is good for once, and emotions, they last for 90 seconds. So, if you keep on having the emotions of anger or whatnot by something, or disappointment or doubts about something more than 90 seconds, that means you just really want to continue, perpetuate that reality over and over again. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. My accent just like slips up every single time. But that's what it is. Like, let yourself react for 90 seconds and then see if it helps for you to continue on building the future, or are you like letting yourself feel that way because you still want to create the same outcome in the future. Which personally, I don't want to do that. Personally, I want to create something better. So what? Linger towards the future and decide the outcome, the best outcome that you want. Number 2, see things as is, not what it means about you. When bad or unwanted things happen, see it as is. Don't project what happens because you are who you are because of it. It's just as is, nothing else. Bad things happen to you. What does it mean about me? Oh, I'm so stupid. I am so. Like, no. It just happened. It's just a happening. It's just a reality. It's just a matrix. It's just a 4D thing. It just, okay. Nothing means nothing about you. If something's wrong, all right, how to fix it. If something's like gone bad, how do I make it better? Okay, if this were to happen, what's the solution? Does not help going into tangent, asking what it means about you, or not asking, but like stating what you think about yourself about the situation. That's such a narcissistic thing to do. You don't love yourself if you keep on doing that to yourself. Like, let's say like, oh, your boyfriend cheated on you. That means I am not worthy. That means I'm da-da-da. Your girlfriend like don't love you anymore. Oh, that means I am this. Like, no. Things happen for a reason. This is what I also talked about like with my boyfriend. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. If there's going to be the next step, there's going to be a next step. My freaking chair. If there's going to be a next step, there's going to be a next step. And if there's an edit, there's going to be an edit. And God will allow it. Because God won't allow things that aren't supposed to meant to happen. Because trust me, I had so many instances in my life that God didn't want it to happen, and he will find a way to do that. He will find a way to do that. He will stop whatever the hell that you hope to happen because that's your plan. It's just like absolutely bizarre to me that this was me in the past, but like now I'm seeing it in people's patterns of like, you know, what it is, and like I see it from like the people, and like it baffles me the fact that like people just don't want to see things as they are. Like, they don't want to reach out, then let them. They're not meant to be in your life. Why are you trying to make things complicated? It's just like so clear as day that people try to complicate things and make things about them. Like, oh, they don't do this, that means there's something wrong with me. No, it's just as is, and move on. Would it be so easier for you to do that? And I'm pretty good at that. Really. Like, I am pretty good at that. Trying to say, like, getting into the thought of like something happened to me, it's just not meant to be. It's not meant to be that I'm going to that route, that I have to go to this route. Or it is not meant to be that I have to go this way of life. I'm meant to go through there. It's just, there you go. I need to learn something from this road of what I am in right now, because God allows it. If God allows it, that means he wants you to be there. Period. Number 3, do the thing you want to do first. It's okay to make mistakes. If you fail again, like, it's not about you, okay? It's about doing it until you got it. Don't wait until you can be a big hero in a crisis. Do the thing right now. Create that video right now. Make that video right now. Enjoy that life right now. Go to that vacation right now. Money can come back, you know? Buy the equipment right now for you to actually start your own business. Write that song right now. Publish that song right now. I don't care if you don't know how to edit. Just put it out there in your own name. Make sure that you patent it. you know that that's like the best thing to do. Because if you don't start right now, you won't reach that level. You can't be a hero when you don't do the small steps to go through that. I'm just letting you know. Because, oh my God, I used to just like create stupid little videos on like YouTube. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't. I'm mostly probably like kind of like private it right now, but I did it. I published it. A lot of people liked it. And then now I'm rebranding, and now it's like, you know, but the small steps that you have to take. That's on period. Okay. Number 4. You are the child of God. I feel like this should be like the last step, or the first step actually. This is the most important one. You're the child of God. He's the King of Kings, and you're the child of God. And like, we're so like admiring the nature, but God said we are the best thing that he could ever create. And why aren't we having that admiration for ourselves? That amount of like admiration for when you see a sunset, when you see the stars in the sky, when you see the moon. You are the absolute best because God had loved you so much. He sacrificed his own son and he died for you. You literally just go through a suffering to build that self-concept that you're trying to build, but it's absolutely from God. Like, it's so much easier to like build self-concept through him because he's just like the beginning and the end. He is closer to you than a bone, like your bones. And you may understand that your self-worth is so small, but you gotta understand that you're the child of God, the God that made the whole universe, the whole entire planet, the whole you. Like, putting this together, like, I watch Frankenstein and that shit's hard. You know, like, to think about like making someone alive again, it's like, what the heck, you know? But like, God just like, yeah. And every single particles of atoms are intended to be made, especially you. Through God, you don't have to achieve an identity of success. Because through God, you are already special, you are already successful, You are already capable and worthy since you were born, even before you were born. And that's like the most beautiful thing that I've ever realized all this year. And maybe I know that, but like I want to lean into that more and like really meditate on that more. Really linger on that feelings. And that makes me easier to absolutely have the nostalgia of the future that God promises to me. So with whatever I'm doing, I am definitely will be successful because I am already successful. And I'm just grabbing achieving goals and all that stuff because I know that the talents that God gave me has a purpose into my life. And that's what you should feel too. Number 5, don't be a victim. Retrace your steps because, you know, you will fail. I failed a bunch of times. Everyone fails, right? Retrace your steps. Repeat successful steps instead. So like, oh, when I did this, that didn't help. So, all right, that doesn't mean anything about me. I'm going to redo it again, but I'm going to try another way. This is what, like, rats, when they were put into, like, this obstacle to get cheese, like, he couldn't find his own way, but he didn't make it anything about him. He'd go back again and he tried until he found the cheese. Like, 100 times failed, whatever, but he didn't make any, like, oh my God, I'm so dumb, like, I'm so la la la. Like, the rats didn't say that. They just go back, retrace your steps, and then find another way until they got the cheese. They got what they wanted. That's the goals. They want the cheese, period. And they just don't. I'm so stupid. I should have gone that way. I should have gone like that. Nah. Develop a mind of a rat. Is this the whole meaning of this video? I don't know. But dwell upon the best memories, moments of success that you've gone through, and linger in that feelings. And I went to Unleash Power from Within from Tony Robbins, I think, and he taught me how to do a what is it? Priming. Yes, priming is so good. Search it up. It's over here. I'm gonna put the link down below. The priming exercise, the purple one over here, it's like the best because he tells you to do the dragon breath, breathing, and then linger the memory of the past that makes you feel so happy, 3 of them. And then he said 3 memories that you want to create in the future. And then like receive the abundance from the universe and then throw it down to the ground and take the energy from like, I don't know. It makes you feel so good. It's only like 15 minutes every single day. Like if you can do that like 2-3 times a week, like guarantee your life will change. Guarantee your life will change. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Happy holidays. I'm glad my voice has come back. And if you can't tell, like it's so raspy and all that stuff because hi. See? Yesterday I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It was like So I'm so glad I'm back and I love you so much and I will see you guys in my next episode.